Hello, everyone. We are trying another stream here. Another Monday practice. I'm actually in Rolla, Missouri, the home of S&T, Missouri S&T, the college group, the team that I've been working with for the past few months, almost closing in on a year. Hopefully some of the team members will be able to join. Some of my scholastic students, current and former, who just graduated high school and moved into college, may join as well. Of course, if you are seeing this on the stream, you can take a look and you can get that Simul link up at the top, and you can use that to join as well. If you wish to subscribe to my stream, you can get email or be added to the email group that gets notices of these links each time. Let's see here. I'm going to see if my neighbors here in the hotel are going to tolerate this noise tonight. They shouldn't be bugged, but just in case, just know that who knows. But anyway, the it's been an interesting phenomenon. I still have not started the fundraising work for trying to fund my time being here in Rolla in person, but word of mouth, it's just you just can't. It's always been my best friend, marketing wise, and I'm up to 3 families now of scholastic players that here in the city of Rolla that I'm working with on Mondays, and that helps fund some of my time and effort. I gotta figure out a way to cover these hotel costs, but maybe it'll come around. And then hopefully I can get on gear and get this good fundraising work started too. It's just not gonna be as easy. Every time I just, like everything else since the pandemic, I've keep running into roadblocks that I either don't have the time or the energy to fight through. But something will break. For those of you that play collegiate chess and are watching, they have set the Pan Ams for next year for Seattle, Washington, which is going to be interesting for me if we are able to get a team funded and ready for the Missouri Science and Technology University here in Rolla, Missouri, to go, because I actually have, at that point, I probably will have at least 3, maybe 4 private scholastic students that are in Seattle that might be able to come visit us during the tournament. You never know, but it'll be very interesting. So at least I can get a better start on building a budget a lot earlier than usual, since they've set the date, set the location. Still don't know what the hotel costs are going to be yet. They're still working out that reservation fee, evidently. But anyway, it is coming together, the plan for the Pan Am for next year. Obviously, I would love to see, I think lots of, I don't know why every college in the United States doesn't put a team in the Pan Ams. It's just a great experience. I think it's worth an experience every scholastic player and collegiate player chess player should try. Because you just never know. You might get that matchup. You might get that matchup with one of the top. I guess I can't do that hand. I can't highlight that hand, see people jumping in. So I've got a few minutes yet to go. It has been slow. I'm still doing more online work than in-person work with my private students out of the Columbia, Jeff City area. I appreciate the students that have stayed with me all this time. Aaron, all right, Aaron's going to join us here in the Simul Zoom. How are you doing, Aaron?
Doing good.
How's Kansas City doing?
It's Fine. I haven't had a chance to meet up with those Ace Root guys yet, but it's on my agenda.
Excellent. That's great. Probably you'll catch Joel when you do. So I think Joel was going to try to hook up with them too. So, all right, let's get you in here. Hopefully we will get a second person to come in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anybody else's schedules to recommend a different
Yeah,
time.
yeah, and it's kind of up to people to do that. Looks like I got a Twitter person or a Twitch person, Joshua. Hello, Joshua, watching this here. So we'll, yeah, no one responded to that section of my email, so I guess I'll just stay with this until I figure out something different. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds good. It's a little late for me, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it's even later for Rit if he's where I think he is if he's in DC. But and it's kind of mid evening for the West Coast bunch. But I could move it a little earlier, but then I don't know. It's kind of a weird deal, Canal, because I've got three families now in Rolla that I'm doing lesson work with on Monday, and so I'm kind of juggling whether I can drive down, do the lessons with those kids, those five kids, and then come back to Columbia to do work or do like I'm doing tonight, just get a hotel room like I normally do during the semester when I stay late with y'all at the library and do it this way. But I don't know. I'm just going to keep playing around with it. By the end of the summer, I'll have it figured out.
sounds good.
Yeah. So is your wife working there in Kansas City too while y'all are up there?
No, she's still down in Rolla. We visit regularly. Mostly me driving down there.
Uh,
So yeah, I've got roommates here that I'm staying with to save some money. So
yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's pile on that capital.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If I play my cards right, I'll walk out with a job offer too. Um, Should be good.
Joshua, if you joined us here on the stream, you can certainly join us here on the Simul if you see that, and if you can make out that link on the lead chess link there, you can join us. I'm sure that this is not showing up on their actual Simul page because you got to be like Grandmaster and above before they show you on their Simul page as a prospective Simul, but at least the link is there if you want to try it. So, um, yeah, the I don't know. I guess I'm not sure. I'm kind of curious where Evan landed this summer because I know he's had a regular group. Oh, we got someone else coming in. Hey, Shanice. Now stay here with us, Shanice. Don't disappear on me this time. I'm going to send a message in here for her because she disappeared on us last time. Okay. So, Aaron, I think you were on the last time. Shanice jumped in with us a little bit, or at least tried to.
Yeah,
She's um, one of the Rockbridge graduates. She's going to be heading to Lincoln University. So
very cool.
she is also a D4 player. So now I hope I set this color right. I did. Okay, she's going to stay with us here. Good. All righty. So we have, so we got enough for a simul actually work this time. Okay. So So do you have a pretty heavy load this last semester for you, or is it going to be a reasonable exit?
Were you asking me or?
Yeah.
My
Shanice is
semester, yeah. My semester went okay. I got 1B in a graduate class I was taking, and the rest were A's. So it's hard to complain about that.
right.
You kind of,
You got
you know, you play at a section higher than you're rated for.
yeah,
You may not may not get the results you
right.
want, but
Yeah.
I think it went okay.
That's good. Well, I was thinking of this coming semester, you have quite a few hours coming in to
I
finish
actually
up.
think next semester should be pretty good. I only have, I think, 13 credit hours.
It's not bad.
Because yeah, it's my last semester. So
Excellent. Excellent.
hopefully we'll be very relaxed. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I actually found my way to the public library there here in Rolla today. So it looked like I'm going to be able to use that as my meeting spot now that while the campus library shuts down early here during the summer. So that's where I'm meeting with these kids. But so it'll work out. But it's yeah, it's always hard to tell how places like that are going to react to someone doing some paid work in their space.
Yeah.
But they seemed okay about it all. So perhaps Dr. Trimble has laid some groundwork for me that I don't know about. But yeah. Then I got to figure out a way to get a little tournament for these kids down here so they can get one of the young girls that's in part of this group is actually only 6 games away from her certification to where she can start being considered for top 100 status. She has a decent shot at it for her age group in girls. So I'd
That'd be pretty sweet.
like to get those games in and help her get those games in soon. But I probably won't get it done before she turns her birthday. When she turns her birthday, then it gets a little harder. The next age group is a little bit tougher. So but that's okay if I just get her ready to get qualified because it'll come around and back around in high school, if nothing else. So, okay. Well, yeah, I think I normally wait till 9:35. Yes, I'll give them a couple more minutes yet, but everyone must. I mean, that's probably a good sign that everyone's staying really good and busy for the summer. Yeah. And I don't know if you heard earlier when I was talking before on the stream before you signed in, or I saw you sign into the Zoom, but they have set the location for the Pan Am for next year, which is incredibly early. But it's going to be Seattle, Washington, the second weekend of January again. So that's at least I have a target. We have some target work to start building budgets with. Still don't know what the hotel rate's going to be yet, but at least I can take some initial looks at what airline costs are going to be, get them out there. So, but and interestingly enough, by that time, there's a good chance I'll have 3 or 4 private students that are working with me out of Seattle. And who knows, they may swing by, and check in with us if we're out there. Cool. Yeah. So, okay. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it, and I'm going to go ahead and start the Simul. So, playing black. I'm planning to work French tonight, so let's see what we can do with French defense tonight.
Well, I'm going to play D4, so.
Yeah, well, French works against both, and it's used frequently against both. So. I use the advanced pawn variation. These went for the exchange. You went for the development. They're both credible ways to go after it. Let's see, I'm supposed to match my hemispheres with this. Okay. I gotta make sure I remember this right. Okay. Okay. I think Shanice broke it. I'm gonna pin. Okay. Let's see here. Pin shadow. Okay. It's pretty standard stuff. I'm gonna do a control move here. All right.
Too used to playing against the Slav.
Yeah.
I never get positions like these. Because like everyone plays C6 instead of pulling their knight out.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm just supposed to do this, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. Let's try that. Now, I'm going to put this here for the second. Placeholder move. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to tweak the responses on that form. No. Okay. Shanice and I have gotten our line all backwards here, so see if we can unravel it.
I think this makes more sense. Maybe it's right to take the rook, but I think this makes more sense.
Yeah, where are we at? You're up a piece. You've got an exposed king. It's got a lot of limited spacing. So yeah, it makes sense to me. And then there's that. Okay. Hmm. Oh, I said something a little bit. Right. She played that move. Okay.
Maybe I didn't play this exactly right.
You know, if you hold your material and the trade down, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I really don't think it makes sense to open my king, so I'm gonna have to do something else. I really liked my bishop down there too.
Mhm. I can't afford to trade down anymore. Okay. Shanice is going to be bringing the 3 diagonals on me soon. So I'm going to have to compensate for that here. Yeah. Well, I think, yeah, that has to save it.
Interesting. That's not where I thought you were heading.
Yeah, it wasn't my intention, but I think I can't afford to lose, simplify it too much further. All right. She may have cut me a break here. She puts that bishop back on d3. Then she has 3 diagonals. As long as I can hold my knight structure, I can hold the bishops off for a little while. Hold. Mm. Yeah. Okay. There. There. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is, right? Okay. Well, this is a tactical force. Yep. Right. I think I have to. Oops. Weather. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So, boy, tell to me before I. Okay. I'm gonna be that. It looks like sorry, Greek week that here, but hopefully it'll all come. All right. It should be my move on your page. So I thought, why didn't they give me that square again? Okay. That's weird. Okay, she's gonna break through there. Um, okay. Yeah. Just find that last square. Mhm. Okay.
This seems silly. All right.
Yeah, no, it's the right move. I think it's the right move. Just keep narrowing down the
It just
materials.
it feels so weird because I'm up material, but I'm not like okay, there's clearly no document here, and I kept looking for it, looking for it. So now I just need to
Yeah, like I say, it's just
start.
I had to find another piece here, another piece, another square. But it's there. It's just going to take a little bit more development to finish it up. Yeah. See, I've got limited ability to deal with that right now. If your pawn wasn't so advanced, then I could probably ignore it a little bit. But, all right, Shanice dropped out of the three diagonals to put a pin on. It's material that wins her a pawn. So I got to take the pawn away from her. Okay, let's do queen f3. There's the check. Cat to go4, king f8. Okay, that works.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the cleanest, but it's by far the simplest.
Yeah,
Yeah, just let's do it this way.
okay. There you go.
Yeah,
Cool. Atmospheres. Very good. A lot of people don't think about that. It's really the easiest way to break the king down that way. So now I got to work on the draw lines. Oh, she found that. That's okay. I can survive that, I think. Where are we gonna go with this? I'm gonna change. Okay. Square. No, I don't. I thought I did. Hold together. Okay. Okay. Go there.
There's almost always a faster mate, but this one just requires no
Yeah.
calculation.
I think that that made sense. I think it was a reasonable way to do it. If you tried to crowd them too fast in the corner formation, there was going to be more stalemate options. So I think it was right to use the latter idea in
Yeah,
that position. Yeah. Yeah.
I think this just came down to move 11, missing the fork,
Yeah.
because everything else after that was pretty straightforward. I also think move 18 for black, blundering that check was pretty devastating. And I just traded everything down.
So I think in move 11, probably, let's see, I did bishop h3, I challenged. I suppose I can preempt it.
Well, my move 11, so I think your move 10 needed to address the fork.
Right, okay. So it's still, yeah, still situations where I wanted to, I suppose that would have been the alternative. I would have probably chosen with more thought. I've traded in here before, but I'm not comfortable. I've gotten to where I'm burned a little bit with the rook in the center. So,
Yeah, and there's in the semi-Slav lines, it's really common to rotate the F knight over and
yeah,
to just blow up the center. Usually black is castled by then, but in this case, I went to blow up the center and you didn't challenge me, so let me fork, which was just how it went. I don't think my my C knight routing was super accurate, but I think it worked out.
right. This is challenging me here. That's okay. I'm gonna narrow down.
Need to distract you from your other game.
Oh, you're fine. I was bouncing back. I knew I had plenty of time. So,
Fair.
fortunately, Shanice is still playing on national time control, which is great. So, she takes her time. I have a lot of people. So, she's up a pawn. So it's just going to be a matter of how she tweaks across. Let me know. There was what was the other?
Sorry,
So,
the internet connection's a little spotty, so I wasn't catching what you were saying.
Move 10, 11 thing. Um, you said the check. Sorry, where did we get the check problem?
Yeah, missing this queen g4 check. I thought you would just take the bishop instead of taking the knight.
Yeah. So looking at that. what was my concern? My concern was there's something about that knight placement that was bugging me, but I don't see it now. I may have just imagined a problem. So yeah, if I take bishop,
I had planned to pull the knight
Did you-
out. Knight 5 to c4, I
okay,
think is what I had dreamt.
okay,
It's hard to see it from your perspective.
yeah,
I think that's what I had planned.
yeah. So then I got a double rooks is what I've got to do ultimately. So I probably have to put here.
Well, because in my head, I'm threatening the bishop, so I should take the bishop again because
Yeah,
the more pieces, the more it feels like I have an extra piece. Oh,
right.
and that blunders a fork.
That blenders.
Knight to f5.
There you are. There you
Uh,
are.
it's no, because it comes with check. So if that was the line, knight f5, then you could take my rook. You could take my rook, but I'd take your queen with check. So
All
it
right.
doesn't actually work. And then
Yeah.
I'd pick up the rook at the end. That's
All right.
cool. I actually think it's better to play knight f5 immediately instead of taking the bishop.
Probably so because the fork's there. The temporal fork's there. Yeah. So probably. So rook
So,
e7 does not work at all.
but maybe rook e4.
Well,
I'm still taking the bishop.
I
And
think I'm
then,
going to save the bishop and let the file go. Let me see if
yeah,
she's had to move for me. Yeah. Okay, that works. Shanice. All right, I'm gonna have to ladder this a little bit. She's gonna make me do this in increments. Yeah, that's a tricky spot. Um, so sometime, hopefully, I will be able to go back through some of these Simul games and look at the lines we've explored in the Simul games as well and add them into our mix, our study mix. Shanice and then Alexander Hurst, who will be coming in as a freshman. Um, he'll be coming as a freshman from Jeff City to S&T.
mhm.
They are typically, I haven't had a lot of students that stayed with me after high school graduation. They usually kind of disappear on me, but they have opted to stick it out for a lot longer. So they are running in their private lessons, they're running line scenarios for the different Pan Am openings. Shanice is running the D4 scenarios, and Alexander's running the E4 scenarios. So I'm hoping that by the time semester starts, the two of them may have explored enough that we'll have most of the different Pan Am variations out, at least 5 moves deep in the opening format through the database, which will give us a kind of a reference base I can give you all. And of course, the correspondence games that we've been playing also is helping build that out too.
Mhm.
So
Well, and I'm weird against the French because basically everyone will be like, "Oh, I get to play e4 and d4,"
right,
but
and that's
I know. Go ahead.
that's the preferred line. She has got me a little. That's not going to be nice. That's
Um,
maybe 2 or 3 if I play this wrong. Um, oh crap. Okay, she found a move there. And that's going to be a discovery on top of it. I have to give her the discovery though. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
but I was
You're
hoping to transition into a Queen's Gambit declined, which is what ultimately happened. So then
right.
it was like, my theory. I know these lines. I'm more
Yeah,
comfortable
yeah.
in these
Well,
positions.
that's
So
and there's nothing wrong with that idea as long as you're prepared and can make it work. Then it works. Yeah.
you also had
So
a chance to go into a Benoni if you'd really wanted
yeah,
to,
and
but
I probably, and as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I bet if I look at my database, it may have told me to go ahead because it seemed like I remember at one point a couple of my D4 players, my scholastic D4 players stumbling across opening line scenario where we did go into a Benoni in that format. And so
you definitely can.
I got a feeling maybe that is something I missed.
It's not the most
Yeah.
popular way to play, because the most
Yeah.
popular way to play is to just bring it into a QGD, um, or a Slav. So I gave you the chance and you took the chance.
Yeah.
But if you really wanted to, I've played positions. Uh, what would it be? You would play C5,
Right.
and then
And then
I would push
take
to D5, and
push the
that
D.
would get us into, yep, that
That
get us into
probably
there.
that transposes into a that transposes closer to
Modern.
a modern or Andromeca system. Yeah.
It should be a modern Benoni, just because if I which I would have, because I've studied the modern a little bit,
Yeah.
I would have played knight f3, I think. No, at knight c3, and then you're in the modern Benoni um
I think and
transposition.
with knight c3, then I have to play if it's available to me. Let me think through if it's available to me and what we plan e6. So yeah, it would be so in the position that we're talking, we would have that is oh gosh, where is she going with this? Um, okay. In the position we would have, okay, so it was d4, e6, c4. If I played c5, of course my knight's not out.
E5. Yeah, no, you're right. You play c5, then I play d5.
So my
E6 takes d5.
that
Uh, then c4 takes d5.
then
Um,
d6, then d6, which would then allow the d7, bishop d7 maneuver.
yep.
But the
And if you
e5
played,
wide open. Okay.
yep. And if you play d6, then I can play knight c3, and that
Right.
gets us into the modern Benoni. Main
Yeah.
line would continue, g6 to fianchetto the bishop, and then you're just playing, you know the line or you don't from there. But that's how you transpose into it for sure.
Okay. It sounds reasonable. Reasonable to work. She has a tempo here. I don't know if she'll use it or not, though. She may just
See, well, no, I didn't see anything you can do with the tempo.
yeah. Well, I think if she plays the check now, then she can put outpost on e7,
Hmm.
and then that kind of locks my queen into a defensive role. Or I jump back and forth and try to draw her into a repetition. Um, but I
White
don't.
could offer a draw here by
Yeah,
queen e8, queen e4, and
yeah,
seeing if you'll go for it. Now you could of course block queen g6 and say
sure.
no repetition, no draw, but
Right.
it's on
That
there.
that would definitely be a scenario. Absolutely. I could see. I could see. Oh yeah, there's what she's doing. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's scary.
All right. Well, I gotta defend that,
Oh,
but it still may not be enough. She may have a.
no.
She may give her the tempo she needs. Because she can bring it down after queen e8 if she wants. But that exposes her king to counterattack. So that may be too expensive a gamble.
No,
Just
there's a simpler move here.
yeah. I guess she's also got rook c7 here too. Um, but or she could just take the queen I just dropped.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but
Oh my gosh, she's probably going, what the heck?
what kind of weird tactic is this? No, I think probably rook d8, just moving right back is
Yeah,
probably the best move
yeah. Especially since she'd taken the pressure off
of the
off of
B.
this, off of the B file. She
Oh,
turned it down. She wants to. She's. I bet she's thinking about something I was thinking about.
this is
She's gonna be.
still pretty
Oh
scary
yeah, there she goes. That's why she didn't take the queen,
because then you go
because
there,
this is force mate. This is a force mate.
but you could mess it up. Oh, the pawn. I was trying to bring the rook down.
Yeah, I was too, but she had the pawn position. All she had to do is eliminate the rook, eliminate
Yeah,
the pawn.
I was thinking queen, queen f8, thing comes back, that still doesn't work. No, you have to mate with the pawn. I
Yeah.
missed that one. I would have taken the queen, but
Yeah, I would have too.
this is better. This is better
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, it's the thing about playing your students sometimes. I mean, I trained them to beat me, so
Yeah. I mean, I'm distracting you with opening theory at the same
that's
time, so
okay. All right, well, we got through those games, so I think we will call it for tonight there. She's already jumped away anyway. So thanks for joining, Aaron. And
yeah.
we'll, I expect I will try it again next week. I don't know of any reason, but I don't know. When I get back to Columbia, who knows what I'm going to find.
Yeah, I'll try to post in the group me that we've got and see if
Yeah,
there's a better time and
yeah,
they're not checking their emails because it's
right,
summer
right.
semester or whatever. But
Yeah, yeah.
anyways,
If you, yeah, have any of them want to pass on another time, and if it's, if it's read out of the Eastern time zone or max out of the Mountain time zone, just have them let me know what the time zone is they're looking for, and we'll do see what we can see if I can make it work. That's
sounds good.
Shanice going to join us here. Hey, Shanice.
Hello.
Hi. Well, that was
Hey.
quite a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about that end. I
When you
Aaron
tried to
was
bait me.
trying to, yeah, well, I went. I wish I could say it was bait. I was purely trying to instigate, but you found a better solution with that nice tempo.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sweet looking. The mate and three idea that you came up with. So
I mean, I almost
we were
fell for
both
it until I saw the queen.
yeah, yeah, and I think you would have been fine if you'd taken the queen. Um, I would have. I guess I would have picked up the pawn, but your queen rook going to be pretty strong then. So
No, I almost fell for I was so determined to get my rook to what was it?
C8, yeah.
Yeah, and you would have taken it.
oh you were saying you almost brought the rook down anyway. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah, that was a good avoid. Okay. Well, we were noticing that I just flat out hung my queen up here with this move.
Oh, I didn't even notice that until you just said that's so funny.
But to be honest with you, the mate in three is better than the hung
Yeah,
queen. So
absolutely. You found the correct line to finish it off with, so that was nice.
Yeah.
I know, I think earlier we ended up going into something different than we normally play when we do this.
exchange
Um,
French.
Yeah, well, the exchange French we're used to doing now, usually out of this position, we'll play bishop b5 check. And then we trade the bishop stamp. The idea is to create a tempo for the castle move and use that pressure to generate a whole bunch of opportunities. The way it normally runs down is I try to catch up with the knight move. Rook comes over. Knight has to block.
Bishop can't block.
The bishop can block. It's considered stronger to use the knight in that position.
Yeah.
But the bishop can block. There's no real problem with the bishop blocking. But the
Okay.
knight's the preferred position. And then we use a little chess.com remove the defender puzzle
There you go.
idea.
And
And
yeah, that's gonna suck.
you have to use that tempo to clean that castle. And so then it comes in this way. This
And
is what
then
this
knight
is
out.
crazy trade. Then you come in with knight c3 for the trade down.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
it comes
take,
in this
pawn
way.
takes.
I've got to keep developing. And then we offer a queen trade. And it
Oh,
just starts trading material down very quickly. And then we set up for another big trade on this square, on the d4 square, about 7 moves down from here. And it just simplifies very, very quickly in the line that we've developed. So, but you opted to swing back to the 4 knights version, and that threw me a little bit. So that was, I mean, you showed that you could make that side of it work, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Now, Aaron, just so you see a little perspective here, this is not unusual. What Aaron played is an unusual in Pan Am play. We actually note this comes up where they go ahead and put the Queen's Gambit in. And I think Aaron, as I look at this, I'm gonna pull my database up real quick because I think, boom, if I don't overload my computer here. My Excel spreadsheet is extremely old, so I can't let it do any of the setup stuff, or it takes all my equations out. So
the it'll be interesting to see what you show here, but I will say from my experience, when I play d4, c4 against e6, Queen's Gambit decline with d5 is the most common follow-up.
yeah, let's see here. Oh, come on. Okay. Boom. E6. And E4. No, we were doing C4 here.
Yep, 2.c4 is
That's
the way I play.
And see, that comes in top 5, so it's obviously a playable idea. And I actually have not built that out yet, so that's interesting. That'll be one I need to add into my build list.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you can do is just play d5 like you did, and then you're in Queen's Gambit declined, and I'm sure you have a
Yeah.
line for Queen's Gambit declined. However,
Yeah.
as we mentioned earlier, you can play c5 here, and you're in a Benoni.
Yeah, right. So we're looking at that Benoni idea.
Then I would have played d5 because I've been studying the Benoni, but
Right.
most people here panic. They don't know what to do because they don't see the Benoni often enough.
Mhm. So I can actually see trying to transpose this into the Andromica idea and play d6 now.
I don't know if this is the most pressing way to play.
Mhm.
I think the most pressing, well, I've studied the modern Benoni theory, so that's what I'm thinking of.
Right.
I think I would play knight c3 here.
Okay. And then our database project has basically been very consistent that knight c3 has to be met universally with bishop d7 in Benoni formats. So
Which makes me, in the modern, it's not usually good to take on e6.
yeah,
However, it kind of feels right in this position because we're in like a weird,
right.
you know, um, e4 is almost always good. I would probably play e4.
And the e4 then finishes that
And now
that
we're,
that then transposes.
now are
Yeah.
we a tempo down? Because,
We are a tempo down because knight f6 hasn't played yet.
and because you had to play e6 and e5, so you're a tempo
Right.
lost. Cool.
Right.
I think
Right. But it is. Go ahead. Yeah.
well, this line doesn't really matter, but I think I would play f4 here and just open it all up and just
And
have a,
F4 is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to challenge on F4. If F4 comes, black has to take. They can't afford to open the D file, so they
and
have
then
to take.
bishop takes. Yeah.
Bishop normally takes. The queen has to position on B6. Is what has to happen from the black perspective.
Well, and for me, since you're a tempo down, I want to just keep coming at you. I
Right.
don't know what the right move here is. I'd have to actually sit and think about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, a queen reroute to like c2 is pretty common in a lot of these positions.
That's true. That's true.
So, and then I'm protecting that weakness on b2 as well.
And so, and if that happened, then now I probably I would finish get the transposition finished. So knight f6, and that should bring me back into most tempo situations.
Can I
So,
play e5? I feel like I can play e5.
let's see here.
E5 looks annoying.
It does look annoying.
If you can, if you can get this e5 off in the Benoni systems, it's usually pretty devastating.
Yeah.
Ah, takes. Queenside castles, kingside castles. And we just have a normal game after that, except I have a bunch of weaknesses. Because I've pushed my pawns too far in front of my king. That knight move is also annoying. Yeah, I don't know.
And that's I was fully prepared for the idea that someone might push h3 here.
Yeah.
And force me to make a decision on this square. And I could even see that before e5. Let's say I move the knight, so I move the knight, but the knight's what caused me to go. So maybe h, no, let's see. Yeah,
H3 feels slow. It definitely seems
yeah,
possible.
it does. It does.
It might be
Yeah,
better to just go
it
ahead and
does.
queenside castle instead of pushing e5
Yeah,
and just being like, I'm gonna have a lot of pressure. I'm gonna get my rook in. I'm gonna pull my bishop to d3 and threaten the h7 pawn. You know, I'm just gonna have all this pressure over the course of the whole game.
yeah. So then I probably need to. Well, I
Yeah.
need to get it.
They have a lot on that side though. If you queenside castle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Benoni is a game that is meant to be like won or lost. Like it's super decisive. It's kind of like the Sicilian. You, in theory, want somebody wants to win or lose. That's why you played the system. And it's supposed to be hard for black because white has this huge space advantage. But over time, the longer the game goes, white created all these weaknesses by having their space advantage. So it's an interesting system and one I've been studying because I want to surprise D4 players with a nice tactical game. But anywho, if we
All
go
right.
back, if we just real quick, if we go back to like move 4 on this line, knight c3
Okay.
or something.
All right.
You played
Bishop d7.
let's back one more
Okay.
one more move. Instead of playing D6,
You were talking about the modern trades here,
the
right?
modern takes, and then pawn
Yeah.
takes, and then D6.
I still feel like yeah.
And then I think I think a lot of things are playable. I think knight F6 would get us into because it's, or is it white's move? It's white's move. So knight
It's White's
C3,
move, yeah.
knight C3, and then knight C6 gets us, or knight F6 rather. Sorry,
Knight
knight
C6
F.
is
Yeah, knight F6. I said the wrong
could
knight.
yeah. Probably I'd still end up playing this, but
Because that's the Andromeda. Yeah, the modern book that I have recommends knight F6 on move 1. So, but that's how you would transition into it.
yeah,
Um,
interesting. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
and that's what I've been studying a bunch of.
Yeah.
Anywho, well,
All right.
thanks for having the Simul. Thanks for doing
Yeah.
the little opening study afterwards. It was neat
Yeah.
stuff.
So yeah, Shanice, I think I'll probably try this again next week. I'm experimenting. I'm working out of I actually have three families down here in Rolla now that I'm working with on Mondays. And so trying to figure out whether I can finish with them and still drive back to Columbia and hit the internet for this, or if I have to do like I'm doing tonight, just camp out in the hotel room. But we'll see how it all goes together. But thanks for coming and thanks for staying on the page so we didn't lose you this time.
Yeah.
All right. I will see you on Wednesday morning for your lesson. And we'll keep charging through those Pan Am lines. And Aaron, I will get you. I will have some updates in the next 24 hours on those games that are online. And Shanice, your game should have an update point too on the correspondence challenges.
Yeah,
So.
that's no rush
Okay.
on that. I keep forgetting about them. So
It's all right. A lot of people have, but okay, we're good. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a
see you
good week.
guys.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.